Okay, so today we're diving deep into a piece of folklore you brought to the table.
Yeah,
And it's called Kind.
Marrying Kind, that's right.
And it comes from a collection that you've been exploring.
Yeah, I've been really digging into this collection of these folk tales.
And when you brought this to me, I was immediately struck by like how powerful this story is.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think a lot of these older folk tales uh, have some really great messages.
And they've stuck around for a reason, you know?
Exactly. And, a lot of them are, they deal with a lot of heavy stuff sometimes,
Yeah.
but, always with a message in mind, right?
Yeah.
And they've stood the test of time. I mean, you're talking hundreds of years that some of these have been floating around.
Yeah, so our mission on this deep dive is to really like dissect this narrative,
Yeah.
understand the core components of it, and then like extract the insights that still resonate even today.
Absolutely. And I think it's important with these stories is not to just take them at face value.
Yeah,
There's often a lot more going on under the surface,
right.
a lot of symbolism, a lot of hidden meanings that were meant to teach people something.
Yeah, I mean this isn't just some like dusty old story. This is a tale that's been told and retold and retold
For generations.
Yeah, for generations.
It's a story that has something to say, and I think it still speaks to us today.
So what's it all about? Like what are we talking about here with Marrying Kind?
Well, Marrying Kind, basically translates to Mary's Child.
Mary's Child.
And it's a story about this woodcutter, right? He's dirt poor, can barely feed his family.
Yeah.
And he's got this young daughter, just 3 years old.
Okay.
And then the Virgin Mary herself appears to him in the forest.
Wow.
It's a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah.
So you've got this stark contrast between human desperation and divine grace.
Right. I mean, he's at his wit's end, and then suddenly, divinity shows up.
Out of the blue.
Yeah.
And often, she's described in this really powerful imagery, like she's got this crown of shining stars.
Oh, wow.
So it's like immediately you know that something's different, something's changed here.
Yeah, yeah.
And she offers this seemingly impossible solution to this guy's problem.
Right.
She says, look, entrust your child to me.
Okay.
I will raise her in heaven.
Wow.
She'll have everything that he needs.
So it's like an act of incredible, like, generosity,
It's huge. It's addressing his most pressing problem head on.
Yeah, but it's also a huge ask,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, could you imagine?
Yeah, to give up your child like that?
It's a leap of faith, for sure.
Yeah, but the alternative, I guess, is, starvation, potentially.
Right. He's in a tough spot.
Yeah, so she goes up to heaven, and life in heaven is painted as this, like,
Oh, yeah, it's bliss.
sugar bread, sweet milk, golden clothes, playing with angels. Like,
It's idyllic. It's
Yeah.
everything a child could dream of.
yeah, it's the complete opposite of the hardship that this little girl has known.
Right. And it's meant to be that contrast.
Okay.
It establishes what she has to lose.
Yeah.
So when she does eventually face hardship, it's all the more heartbreaking.
And I guess it makes us, like, as the listeners or the readers, long for that state as well,
It's that lost innocence, right?
Yeah.
That comfort that we all kind of crave, I think.
So then we get to this really pivotal moment in the story.
Okay.
When the girl turns 14,
Right.
the Virgin Mary announces that she's got to go on this long journey.
Yeah, she's got business to attend to.
And she entrusts the girl with 13 keys.
13 keys. What?
The 13 doors of heaven.
Every door has a key.
Now, 12 of these doors she can open, she can explore, she can marvel at whatever's inside.
It's like a reward, right?
Yeah.
For being good.
But the 13th door,
Oh, well.
marked by this smaller key,
Oh, a key.
is strictly off limits, forbid, and there's a very stark warning attached to it.
Yeah.
Like, if you open this door, you're going to be unhappy.
Don't do it.
So what kind of test is this for this young girl?
I mean, it's the ultimate test of obedience, isn't it?
Yeah,
And trust.
right.
I mean, she's been given all this freedom, 12 doors to explore, 12 glimpses of heaven.
Yeah, each door has like an apostle in it.
Yeah, they're all decked out in glory.
Amazing.
And then there's that one,
Yeah.
the one she can't touch.
So it's like, human nature to like be drawn to that.
Yeah, you tell someone they can't do something, it's the first thing they want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. So initially, the girl is good, right? She explores the 12th door.
She's following the rules.
She's bringing joy to herself and to the angels that are accompanying her.
Everyone's happy.
But then, that 13th door, it starts to eat away at her.
Like a little itch you can't scratch.
Yeah.
And it just keeps growing.
It's inevitable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So what does this, like, internal struggle that she starts to have, what does that tell us about human nature?
Well, I think it's something we can all relate to.
Right.
It's that curiosity.
Yeah.
That desire to know what's hidden.
Right.
Even if it's not for us to know.
Even if it might be dangerous.
Exactly. And she tries to rationalize it,
Yeah. How does she do that?
She tells the angels she just wants a peek.
Oh, just a little peek.
Yeah, she promises she won't open the door all the way or go in.
Right.
Just a quick look.
It's like looking at your Christmas presents, before Christmas.
Exactly. It's that temptation to push the boundaries a little bit.
Right.
Test the rules, see what you can get away with.
And the angels in this story, they're kind of acting as like these, moral guides, right?
Yeah, they're the voice of reason.
They're warning her against it.
Trying to keep her on the straight and narrow.
And reminding her, what the Virgin Mary said.
Don't open the door, you'll be unhappy.
And like how serious it is.
Right, it's not just a suggestion, it's a divine command.
Yeah, why is their warning so like direct and unambiguous?
Well, I think it emphasizes the weight of the prohibition.
Okay.
It's a big deal.
Right.
And the angels, they understand the potential consequences of disobedience.
Right.
In this sacred space.
So they're trying to protect her.
They're looking out for her.
And ultimately they're trying to protect that divine order.
Yeah, they know that breaking the rules has repercussions.
Yeah. So of course, as is predictable in a story like this,
when the cat's away,
when the angels are away,
the house will play.
The temptation just becomes like overwhelming.
It's too much.
And she thinks to herself, well, no one will know.
Yeah, if I just take a quick look.
If I'm super quick.
Nobody will be the wiser.
Yeah, she finds the small key, she unlocks the door, and she peeks inside.
And what does she see?
And what she sees is described as like this incredibly intense and powerful vision.
Oh yeah, this is not your average peek behind the curtain.
It's the Holy Trinity and fire and brilliance.
Talk about a showstopper.
I mean, what is the impact of like seeing this?
Well, it's a direct encounter with the divine.
Yeah.
In its purest form.
Right.
And it's not meant for mortal eyes.
It's forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, this is powerful stuff.
And there's this immediate consequence. She touches this brilliant.
She can't resist.
And her finger turns to solid gold.
Solid gold.
It's a permanent mark.
A souvenir she didn't want.
Right. It's this constant visible reminder of her transgression.
It's like a scarlet letter, but on her finger.
Why a golden finger? What does that symbolize?
Well, gold is often associated with purity and the divine.
Right.
So it's ironic that this symbol of disobedience is something so precious.
Yeah.
It's like a twisted kind of blessing.
Right.
It's a mark of her transgression that she can't hide.
And it represents like how our actions have these lasting impacts.
Absolutely. What we do matters.
And sometimes those impacts are very, very visible.
You can't just erase the past.
So she freaks out, right?
I would too.
She slams the door, she runs away.
But the damage is done.
But the anxiety doesn't leave her.
Of course not. She's carrying that guilt with her.
Her heart's racing and the golden finger remains.
It's a constant reminder.
No matter how hard she tries to scrub it off.
That gold is there to stay.
It's like the external change is mirroring her internal turmoil.
Yeah, her inner peace is shattered.
Yeah.
Just like the rules she broke.
So then the Virgin Mary comes back from her journey and asks for the keys back.
Makes sense.
And as the girl's handing them back, Mary looks right at her and asks, did you open the 13th door?
The moment of truth.
And the girl denies it.
She lies.
Caught in a lie.
Well, she panicked.
Yeah, but what does this initial lie, signify for what's going to come next?
Well, it's the beginning of a slippery slope, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's already disobeyed.
Yeah.
And now she's compounding that sin with a lie.
Right. And it makes everything so much worse.
It's like taking a hole and then jumping in.
Yeah. So despite this denial,
Mary's no fool.
Mary seems to sense the truth.
She knows what's up.
She puts her hand on the girl's heart.
That's got to be nerve-wracking.
And feels it pounding.
Yeah, you can't hide a guilty confidence.
And she recognizes the deception.
It's written all over her.
But she gives her another chance.
That's merciful.
She asks, are you sure you didn't open the door?
One last chance.
And for the second time, the girl lies.
She doubles down.
Why this repeated questioning when, the truth is already known?
Well, I think it's about giving her the opportunity to confess.
Okay.
To come clean on her own terms.
Right.
It's a chance for redemption.
So it's like an act of mercy?
Absolutely.
But with every lie, it just becomes harder to admit the truth.
The web of deceit gets thicker and thicker.
Yeah. So then comes, the undeniable proof. Mary sees the golden finger.
There's no hiding that.
It's as clear and irrefutable sign of her contact with the forbidden.
The jig is up.
She asks a third time.
Really giving her every opportunity.
And again, the girl lies.
Oh, just keeps digging that hole deeper.
And at this point, the Virgin Mary is like, okay, look is enough.
Yeah, 3 strikes, you're out.
And the consequence is severe. She's banished from heaven.
Back to the real world.
What's the significance of this, exile?
Well, it's a loss of innocence, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a breaking of trust.
Right.
And it's a removal from grace and joy.
Yeah, she's being cast out.
Yeah, she's got to face the music.
Yeah, and the transition to her earthly exile is harsh.
Oh, yeah. It's not a gentle landing.
She falls into this deep sleep and wakes up in a desolate wilderness.
Alone.
Unable to speak.
Can't even call for help.
The loss of speech is so striking.
Yeah, it's a powerful symbol.
What does that silence represent?
Well, it's isolation.
Yeah.
It's an inability to communicate
Right.
or explain herself
Yeah.
or even connect with other people.
It's like she's been stripped of her voice as this direct consequence of her lies.
Yeah, the very means of truth-telling has been taken away.
And the wilderness itself becomes like this prison for her.
Yeah, it's harsh and unforgiving.
She's surrounded by these impenetrable, thorny hedges.
No escape.
And her new dwelling is this meager, hollow tree.
It's a far cry from the golden palaces of heaven.
Right? I mean, it's a miserable existence.
He's weak.
Filled with this longing for her former life and just constant weeping.
Yeah, she's paying the price.
It's a really vivid picture of like isolation and despair.
It's meant to be she's at rock bottom.
So her days become this relentless struggle for survival.
Every day's a fight.
She's foraging for basic food.
Barely scraping by.
Adapting to the harsh seasons.
Summers scorching, winters freezing.
And her clothes decay.
Until all she has is her long hair to cover her.
This extended period of suffering, like, it seems crucial to the story?
It's a necessary part of her journey.
What purpose does it serve?
Well, it's about humility.
Okay.
It's about facing the consequences of her actions.
Right.
It's about stripping away all the comforts she once had.
Yeah.
And forcing her to confront the truth of what she's done.
So it's like this long and difficult process of atonement.
It's a silent penance.
Yeah. And then after years of this solitary suffering, there's a turning point.
The glimmer's hope.
The king, while he's out hunting.
A little royal recreation.
Yeah, he stumbles upon her.
It's a chance encounter.
This beautiful, silent girl covered in golden hair.
Still beautiful, even after all she's been through.
What does this, like, unexpected encounter represent?
Well, it's the possibility of change.
Okay.
It's a chance for something new.
Yeah.
Even though she's been through so much, she still has this inherent beauty.
Right.
And that catches the king's eye.
It's like a light in the darkness, you know?
It's a lifeline.
Yeah, he tries to communicate with her, but of course she can't speak.
The silence remains.
But she agrees to go with him.
She's ready for a change.
Yeah. He brings her back to his castle. He adorns her in beautiful clothes.
Back to a life of luxury.
And he falls deeply in love with her.
Despite her inability to speak.
Yeah, it's like this fairy tale romance.
It seems like new beginning.
But is it really a fresh start?
Well, on the surface, yes.
Yeah.
But that unconfessed sin is still lurking.
Right. The past is never truly gone.
Especially when you're carrying around a golden finger.
Right? It's this constant reminder of what she did.
You can't outrun your past.
So then they get married.
Happily ever after, right?
Well, not quite.
Here comes the drama.
Because she gives birth to their first son.
A little prince.
Yeah, but in the night, the Virgin Mary appears to her.
She's back.
And it's like this divine intervention.
Mom's not happy.
Yeah, and she makes her an offer. Confess the truth, and she'll regain her speech, and her child will be returned.
It's a second chance.
But the queen refuses.
She still can't let go of that pride.
And her newborn son vanishes.
The consequences are getting real.
It's devastating, and people start accusing her of terrible things.
Yeah, they think he's a monster.
But the king, he refuses to believe it.
He's blinded by love.
He's like, no, my wife would never do that.
It's tragic because his trust is actually enabling her denial.
What does this, like, continued denial reveal about her character?
It shows how deeply entrenched she is in her lie.
Yeah.
It's become a part of her identity.
Right.
She'd rather sacrifice her own child than admit she was wrong.
It's hard to fathom.
It's the power of denial.
Yeah, and then the same pattern repeats.
Oh, no.
When she gives birth to their second son.
History repeats itself.
The Virgin Mary appears again.
Another offer, another chance.
Same offer, same devastating consequence.
And the queen still won't budge.
She denies her transgression.
It's like she's stuck in a loop.
And the second son disappears.
The stakes keep getting higher.
Yeah, the public outcry is even more intense this time.
Yeah, people are demanding justice.
But still, the king protects her.
He's your only shield.
I mean, this level of denial, it's almost incomprehensible.
It's like a self-destructive force.
Yeah.
The more she denies the truth, the worse it gets.
And then she gives birth to a daughter.
A little princess?
Yeah, and this time the Virgin Mary doesn't just make an offer.
She ups the ante.
She shows her two sons in heaven.
Happy and healthy.
Playing with the angels.
It's a vision of what could be.
Yeah, it's this incredibly powerful emotional appeal.
It's a direct shot to the heart.
She makes one final plea.
This is it.
Confess, and you'll have your children back.
The choice is clear.
But the queen denies it again.
She just can't break free.
And her daughter is taken away.
It's heartbreaking.
It's like this last attempt at divine intervention before, like, earthly judgment kicks in.
Yeah, the gloves are off now.
So with all three of her children gone, the public outcry is just deafening.
The people are furious.
The king, he can't protect her anymore.
He lost all his power.
Yeah, a trial is held.
Time to face the music.
And still unable to speak, she can't defend herself.
Her silence has condemned her.
Yeah, and the sentence is death.
The ultimate punishment?
By burning at the stake.
A fiery end.
It's like this ultimate consequence of her silence.
Yeah, her refusal to speak the truth has led her to this.
So they haul her to the stake.
No turning back.
And the flames start to rise around her.
It's getting real.
And then something shifts within her.
The 11th hour.
The narrative says the hard ice of pride melts.
It finally cracks.
She's filled with regret.
The weight of her choices crashes down on her.
And a desperate desire to confess.
It's a moment of true repentance.
Yeah, and just as the fire is about to consume her,
at the very last second,
her voice returns.
A miracle.
And he cries out, "Yes, Mary, I have done it."
The truth sets her free.
What's the significance of this last-minute confession?
Well, it's the turning point.
Okay.
It's the moment she chooses truth over pride.
Yeah.
It's the breaking of that self-imposed silence.
Right.
That her sin had created.
And the response is immediate.
Divine intervention.
Rain starts pouring down.
Putting out the fire.
A heavenly light appears.
A sign from above.
And the Virgin Mary descends.
It's back.
With all 3 children.
Safe and sound.
This is so dramatic.
It's a visual representation of forgiveness.
Yeah.
The fire is extinguished.
Right.
Mary returns with the children.
Yeah, it's a complete reversal of the situation.
It's a new beginning.
The Virgin Mary speaks to her kindly.
Mercy triumphs.
And she says those who repent and confess are forgiven.
There's always a way back.
She returns the children. She fully restores her speech.
She's whole again.
And promises her happiness for the rest of her days.
A true happily ever after.
It's this complete restoration.
She's come full circle.
A return to grace after all that suffering.
It's a powerful message of redemption.
So we've got this story, right?
A wild ride.
With these celestial beings.
Angels and the Virgin Mary.
This like allure of the forbidden.
That one door you can't open.
Yeah, and then these really, really harsh consequences.
She loses everything.
But ultimately, it's a story about redemption.
Yeah, it's about second chances.
And it really drives home that truth, even after years of denial and suffering.
Truth always wins in the end.
Holds the key to forgiveness.
It's the only way break free.
And that golden finger.
That darn finger.
It's present throughout almost the whole story.
It's a constant reminder.
It's this visual reminder of the initial transgression.
And the importance of honesty.
What I think is really interesting is how, like, that one act of disobedience.
That one peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, it spirals into all these layers of deceit.
It's like a snowball effect.
Yeah, it leads to isolation, to the loss of her children.
It just keeps getting worse.
It makes you think about how, like, seemingly small deviations from the truth.
Little white lies?
Yeah, they can have these huge ripple effects.
They can snowball into something much bigger.
And the fact that it takes her so long to find her way back to grace.
Years of suffering.
It really underscores the power of accountability.
You can't just sweep things under the rug.
And the transformative potential of, like, sincere remorse.
True regret can change everything.
So this deep dive into Mariankind, it really forces us to consider our own integrity.
Yeah, it's a mirror.
And the weight of our choices.
Every decision has consequences.
Yeah, it's a reminder that sometimes the most difficult truth to acknowledge,
the one we try to bury deepest,
is the one we need to confront the most.
Face your demons.
So what aspects of this tale resonated most with you?
I think it's that idea of redemption.
Yeah.
No matter how far we fall, there's always a way back.
Yeah, if we're willing to face the truth.
And own up to our mistakes.
What questions does this spark for you about, like, temptation, accountability, forgiveness?
I think it makes me wonder about the choices we make every day.
Yeah.
And how those choices shape who we are.
Are we brave enough to face the consequences?
And seek forgiveness when we mess up.
Yeah.
I think that's the real challenge.
This exploration of Mariankind is really just the beginning.
Yeah, there's so much more to uncover.
If you're interested in diving deeper into the world of folklore,
and the lessons they hold,
there's a whole universe of stories out there waiting to be discovered.
So keep exploring and keep asking questions.